The charges against former President Jair Bolsonaro and 7 associates being heard in the Supreme Court are centered around an alleged attempt of a coup d'etat, which culminated in the attacks on Brazil's main seats of power on January 8, 2023. The mob of Bolsonaro supporters had been camping at the doorsteps of military facilities since the electoral victory of President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, demanding a military intervention.
Trata-se aqui de denúncia oferecida em face.
We will deal here with the charges against Jair Messias Bolsonaro for the crimes of leading an armed criminal organization, attempted violent overturn of the rule of law, coup d'etat, criminal damage on protected public property.
But federal prosecutor Paulo Gonet said the story began 2.5 years before the dramatic events of January 8th, when President Bolsonaro escalated his public attacks on Brazil's electoral system on July 29, 2021.
On that day, Bolsonaro conducted a live stream from inside the presidential palace, in which he resumed making already debunked criticisms of the electronic voting system. From that point on, his public statements escalated in hostility towards the branches of government.
Bolsonaro chose to attend the Supreme Court proceedings in person, even though his presence was not mandatory.
There is nothing in the federal police inquiry to actually substantiate the allegations that are being made against me.
The former president's lawyer did admit that unlawful events may have taken place, but denied Bolsonaro's participation or approval.
I understand the seriousness of everything that happened on January 8th, but we cannot say the president was responsible for this and that he was leading a criminal organization when he did not have any participation in the January 8th events. On the contrary, he repudiated them.
While Bolsonaro's legal team fights for this case against their client to be dismissed by the Supreme Court, his political allies are also on the move, trying to push through Congress a bill granting amnesty to all those accused of taking part in the January 8th riots. Bolsonaro called for a rally in Rio de Janeiro to show support for the amnesty plan, but a low turnout compared to previous protests by his supporters suggests little public interest in the idea.
It's obvious that this further weakens Bolsonaro's prospects for power. Let's remember, first Bolsonaro was defeated by Lula in the elections. Then he was barred from participating in elections for electoral crimes. And now, Prosecutor Gonet charges him, criminally based on a robust inquiry of the federal police.
The Supreme Court proceedings to decide what's next for Bolsonaro will continue on Wednesday, when a decision is expected. Most analysts here say they expect the former president will stand trial. Paulo Cabral, CGTN, São Paulo.